Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the edge of a spooky forest, there lived a boy named Timmy. Timmy was only 8 years old, and he loved adventure stories, especially ones about ghosts and monsters in dark and stormy night. When the wind was howling and the rain was tapping on Timmy's window, he couldn't sleep. The thunder rumbled like a giant's belly, and the lightning lit up his room like a scary movie. Timmy's imagination began to wander, and he thought about all the ghost stories he'd heard. He crept out of his bed and tiptoed downstairs to the kitchen, where he knew his mom kept a flashlight. Timmy was determined to be brave and explore the spooky forest right outside their home. He knew it was forbidden, but he thought it would be an exciting adventure. With the flashlight in his hand, Timmy opened the front door quietly and stepped outside. The trees in the forest seemed to reach out for him with their long, gnarled branches, like the bony fingers of a skeleton. The shadows danced in the darkness, and every rustle of leaves made his heart race. As he ventured deeper into the forest, the sounds of the storm faded away, replaced by the eerie silence of the woods. Timmy's flashlight beam illuminated strange shapes and creepy crawlies on the forest floor. He felt like he was in a different world, a world filled with secrets and mysteries. But then, suddenly, he heard a whispering voice in the wind. It sounded like a ghostly sigh. "Who's there?" Timmy called out. Trembling with fear, no one answered. But the voice seemed to grow closer. Timmy's heart pounded in his chest as he shone his flashlight around, and then in the beam of his flashlight, he saw something that made his blood run cold. A shadowy figure, tall and slender, with glowing eyes and long, bony fingers, was standing just a few feet away. It was the ghost of the forest, and it looked hungry for company. Timmy gasped and turned to run, but his flashlight went out, leaving him in total darkness. He could hear the ghost getting closer, its whispering voice growing louder and more sinister. Terrified, Timmy stumbled through the forest, branches scratching at his arms and thorns pricking his legs. He could hear the ghost's laughter echoing all around him, and he knew he had to find his way home. After what felt like hours, he burst out of the forest and into his front yard, gasping for breath. He slammed the door shut and locked it, vowing never to venture into the woods again. From that day on, Timmy never strayed too far from the safety of his home, and whenever he heard a whisper in the wind or a rustle in the trees, he remembered the night he went into the spooky forest and the ghostly encounter that still haunted his dreams.